I've heard him say that.
Hey, Mark,
Just give him
you on?
one more piece of candy than me, and it'll
sorry?
even it out.
Thank you.
She likes
Yeah, I'm ready.
hair. Hi, sweetheart.
We're missing somebody.
Well, thank you.
Brett. He's here. There he is.
He's coming.
Justin's with me.
Yeah.
I hear him.
I thought there was somebody gone.
I wouldn't admit to that.
Not very proudly.
How you doing, Mr. Emerald? Good.
I'm here. I was running late.
Fiber's a little slow, but it says it's
Justin got to talking in there. Oh.
Welcome, everyone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she loved it.
First thing I'd like to do is read our important changes that impact you statement. As a recipient of federal funds and support of Lawrenceburg's efforts to endure non-discrimination and equal access to all citizens, the city gathers statistical data regarding participants in city activities. Therefore, we have provided a voluntary Title VI public involvement survey at this meeting. You are not required to complete the survey. However, the form is anonymous and will be used solely for the purpose of monitoring our compliance with Title VI and ADA, and that is located in the back corner of the parking lot of the room. Good evening, Mr. Noppert. You go right ahead. Okay, I'd like to call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for October 4th, 2021. Roll call, Mr. Fetty.
Sure. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
And myself.
All right, guys, I don't have any announcements for this particular meeting. Do you all?
I have none.
I have none, Mayor.
Okay. If not, then I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Under new business, I have a couple of items. One is the agreement for fire protection services. This is with the, let me see, this is with the Dearborn County. This is our yearly. If you guys had a chance to read through that, it should be the same as the last year except for the dates.
Yep.
Any questions regarding it?
No.
No, I spoke with both the fire chief and
Good.
director, and they're good with them both.
All right. We'll take them one at a time. First is the agreement for fire protection services. I'd entertain a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next one is an agreement for emergency medical services with the county. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That's all the items for new business that I have for Board of Works tonight. If no additional new business, I believe we have one item under old business.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. If it pleases the Board of Public Works and Safety, based on new information provided to the Human Resources Department, I would recommend that we award in favor of the request made by our former EMS employee, based on my recommendation, based on recommendation of our HR attorney and HR director, Jenny Felix, and again, like I said, based on new information that we got that supports that as being the best decision. That's my recommendation, and I would ask for a vote to approve that.
Okay, any questions?
No.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the request from Mr. Weldon.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
That's all the old business I have. I entertain a motion to approve the claims for the Board of Works.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Tommy, I am so impressed with the way you handle that iPad.
Thank you.
I really am.
Oh, my God.
It may be a good thing for Mr. Lenny and the gentleman to your right
Well, if anything, Mayor,
I knowed where this was
and
going.
thank you, but if anything, Mayor, it goes to show you're never too old to learn. And I'm going paperless.
I'm with you, I'm with you.
Boy, I'll tell
So
you
you
what, it
can't
is really
bulldog
getting
Let it be known that Tommy Roulette is going green.
Thank you.
going green.
Yes.
Been
Let it
enough
be known.
years.
Let it be known.
We just let him know that he's a leprechaun.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next meeting I'd like to call to order is Utility Board for October 4th, 2021, with a roll call, Mr. Fetty.
Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Justin Noppert.
Sir.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Present.
Board Member Brett Bondurant. City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay. Any announcements, Mr. Director?
Oh, yeah, oh, wait, nope. And Utility Director Billy Kennett. How did I forget him? How did I forget that?
Hardly seen.
Got that cool shirt on like everybody else.
With that gray beard.
No announcements, Mayor.
No announcements for this meeting, okay. If no announcements, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Who second?
Tony can.
I'm sorry.
Tony.
Justin can.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, all right. New business, Director Kennett, looks like transfer resolution.
Yeah, Dell, can you take this one?
Yes, please, Director Kent, thank you. And if it pleases the Utility Service Board, we do have some revisions. And we don't like last-minute revisions, but we have last-minute revisions, and that's my fault. The original language needed to be updated, and so after I drafted this resolution and ran it through Hunter Klump and Diane Hyde, they did have some changes. So if it pleases the Utility Board, I'm gonna just read through the changes that they made, and you guys stop me. It's not a lot, but to be fair to you guys, because I know you work really hard getting prepared for these meetings, I hate to bring something up, but this is the request of Hunter and Diane, so.
Okay.
I would ask for a clean copy when,
Absolutely, yes, sir.
thank you.
So, resolution number 2021 dash, and Mr. Fetty, do you know? Two.
Two.
This is our second USB resolution, Utility Service Board, Lawrenceburg Municipal Utility, City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana, resolution transferring balance from electric reserve fund to electric operating fund. And so I'm reading from the new version, so stop me if you have any questions. Whereas Lawrenceburg Municipal Utilities, LMU, is the Indiana statutory city-owned municipal utility company serving the citizens of the City of Lawrenceburg, Dearborn County, Indiana, and whereas the management of Lawrenceburg Municipal Utilities is governed by the Utility Service Board, USB, as created and operating according to Indiana law, and whereas the USB creates and manages the funds to which the financial resources are deposited and withdrawn from time to time to carry out the essential functions of LMU, and whereas the Electric Reserve Fund, which is, this language is just coming from the budgetary language that they use over at the clerk treasurer's office, so elec, cash, res, claim, dash, inv, reserve, so fancy accounting language, was created to receive the interest generated by financial investments made by LMU. And whereas the USB is vested with the authority to transfer the interest earnings of LMU to the electric operating fund, and whereas the USB now determines that such transfers should be made, therefore, let it be resolved by the Utility Service Board for the City of Lawrenceburg that the Director of LMU shall transfer the following funds from the Electric Reserve Fund to the Electric Operating Fund. 1, elect cash res claim dash inv reserve fund, and then in parens 111.133.02 parens dash $292,975.33. Grand total of all funds, $292,975.33. All of which is resolved, and that should say by the Utility Service Board of the City of Lawrenceburg. So I'll make that change. I'll present a clean copy for everyone's signatures, and we'll leave that at Mr. Fetty's office.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of highlight what Dale was saying right there, I mean, talking to Diane and Hunter, they just wanted to make sure that on the version that you see, you had general fund, and they didn't want to confuse it with the general fund of the city. They wanted to make sure that they kind of highlight and put it the electrical operating fund.
And they also put the interest earnings instead of surplus earnings?
Yes,
Is
yes,
that-
it was
so that
interest, and that's how the
So
money.
are there, could there be potentially any other surplus earnings anywhere? So it would just be the interest earnings,
No.
so just to be more specific with that?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And we did check with the State Board of Accounts, and we can't get rid of that fund. I mean, it's not mandatory to have that.
Very well.
So, is it okay for this, meeting then to, if we take a vote, with the, highlighted changes?
Yes.
And then Mr. Weldon will get, a clean copy, but you guys are gonna have to sign.
I've got the
You
good
got,
version.
you got
Good.
There
you
we
got
go.
Good version, yes.
the sign,
And it's highlighted what was changed, so you can actually see it when you sign it.
You need to put in there also the
Thank you,
USB
Mark.
instead of common council on your version
Right.
too, before we sign it.
Yeah,
See at the bottom in the,
Does it, on the
Block
top of
letters.
the signature page?
It is
does it say
common council, I missed
council
that
or
either.
USB?
yep.
Yeah, it says common council.
Yeah, it
Oh.
should say USB.
Yes.
you wanna cross that out, or you want me to type up a new one and leave it in Mark's office for you guys to come sign?
Cross it out.
Cross
He's
it out?
got everything else but
Retype.
that. If he's got everything else but that, you guys okay if just the USB is the only change on that new written one? He's got everything else updated on it.
I would rather sign a clean document.
All right?
So
What's-
when it's butchered. so to
I'll
speak.
fix it, and when you guys get back, you can sign it.
Yeah, I
I'll leave
mean,
it in Mark's office.
is it gonna hurt anything if we, excuse me, delay it?
No,
No, I'd just go ahead and take the vote and then
I
you
get.
guys will sign
It's
it.
not the first time I don't have all the signatures, or some of them.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's
think
not,
about it, 100 years from now, and over in government class, somebody could pull this up and look at it as an example of how to do good government, and well, Tom Roulette to thank, because it'll be perfect.
Yeah, okay.
These guys
Mr.
just,
Hines class.
did he scratch that off before they signed it or after they signed it?
Right. We don't know. We don't know.
Never know about this new clerk treasurer we got.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go, I'm gonna go ahead and ask for a motion to approve resolution number 2021-2.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then when we get back, we'll go sign the new
Who
one.
said changes?
Okay,
Yep,
good enough.
I'm good with it.
All right, old business director Kennett, you got a financial review?
Yeah, I got two very quick things. One is the financials each month get better and better. We're starting to see things more clearly.
Good.
We've added in the cash flow so that we can see what the accounts are doing for electric, water, and sewer. So I just wanted to go through real quickly what the cash flow is doing. In August for the electric, we had a positive 109,820, so almost 110,000 to the good. Water, we had a negative 85,195, and sewer, we had a plus 15,712. The total between the three utilities is 40,337. We're also projecting year-to-date where we're going to be for each one. Electric, right now, we're projecting a plus 450, 024. Water, negative 760, 995. And sewer, a plus 314, 602. And the total for all three utilities is a plus 3,631. The reason I bring that up is, excuse me, the water number is clearly standing out, you know, that the negative 760, we're on track. Here we are through August at negative 761,000. That's a lot of money for the water, so we know we're in trouble with our water rate, and but I just wanted to bring that to the attention of the board. All the other financials, we meet each month, we go through it as a team, collectively within LMU, and, you know, we're watching financials very closely, and it shows with the, you know, with where we're at financially. Second thing I have to report, we had the IMPA board meeting last Friday, and they gave us each a packet for each one of the municipalities. And each year at this time, they do a rate study to project where they think each municipality will be based on their rates coming up in the next year. So what they are projecting for us in 2022 is a 4.12% increase in what IMPA charges LMU for the electric. So we're going to see about a 4%, a little bit over a 4% increase. I went back and looked at it, what it was last year, and that increase was estimated at 3.92% in 2021. So it's going up about 4% a year. Again, doesn't take many years for this to catch up to you, you know, from a rate standpoint. So
Is that the cost of power going up, or is that the cost of administrative?
it's the cost. Well, actually, it's both. And some of the things that's driving this year, I don't know what happened last year, but some of the things that are driving the increase this year is the cost of natural gas.
Gotcha.
Because so much of our generation is directly related to natural gas, and they've stopped the fracking, and natural gas prices are going up, so naturally power prices are going up, you know, right along with it.
No coal plants anymore.
Yeah, coal, you know, coal and gas, you know, gas prices could go up, but coal prices were pretty constant.
Coal was cheaper.
And,
Much.
yeah, absolutely. But now we're trending to the natural gas because of so much of the stations like we have here in Lawrenceburg Power, they're all natural gas fired. So
Okay.
just wanted to bring that to your attention of,
Any of that based on our type of usage that has changed at all that would increase that rate? I mean, does that, any of those factors in?
they look at all that when they come into this, and actually IMPA changed their rate schedules. They were very heavily based on demand rate versus kilowatt hour
Right.
rates. They realized that there's got to be a balance there, and so they made some adjustments to reduce the demand charges but increase the kilowatt hour
Okay,
charges.
that's, okay.
So they're trying to balance it out, but at the same time, it's still going up.
Yeah, so I mean, the peak demand, we're still potential for some additional costs if we go over that peak demand
Right.
in the future, so.
Yeah, so at some point in time, we would like to get our arms around our load better, do some load curtailment, help our customers do some load curtailment. But we gotta get some things in place before we can do that. But that's definitely been the vision, that's a long-term goal, is to work for that. When we work together as a whole, then we impact what we're charged for input. So every little thing that a customer does helps the whole group,
Right.
you know, as far as load curtailment, you know, upgrading their facilities, things like that.
Right. Does IMPA, are they eligible for any of the type of grant funding for, you know, renewable energies? Did they mention that at the IMPA meeting at all, that they were, you know, progress towards some solar fields or whatever?
Yeah,
whatever it may be?
there are some incentives that IMPA has. It's on their website as to, you know, some of the incentives. So there are some things.
I'm talking more on their side of things,
On the-
for
on the
generation
grants.
side. I mean, I know that there's incentives for consumers and potentially even municipalities, but I'm just wondering if some of the federal government, all this
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know
infrastructure
They're-
money.
they're big on solar installations. There's a lot of federal money out there for solar. Whether they're tapped into that, I don't know.
We just don't have that many sunny days in Indiana, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Don't be negative.
It's windy up north, but
that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. If no other business, then I'd entertain a motion to approve the claims for the utility.
I have something under old.
Oh, yes.
business, Mayor.
Yep,
I just wanted to bring up, sorry about that.
that's right.
Just an update on the Fairgrounds electric. Have you got any update on that? I know we were
Yeah.
waiting for something for a
Yeah,
project.
we're still waiting on that material. It hasn't come
Okay.
in yet, so, no updates other than, it's been promised twice and it hasn't been delivered, so, we're still in the waiting phase.
But hopefully we'll be able to be online next spring.
Yes, yeah, I would sure hope so. That's,
Yeah.
you know, as soon as, we have it set up so that as soon as that material arrives, it won't take them long to finish.
As long as it's not in the dead of winter.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have, Mayor. Sorry about that.
All right, no, not a problem. Okay, if not, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. I'd like to call to order Lawrenceburg City Council meeting for October 4th, 2021. If everyone could stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Mr. Fetty, can I get a roll call for this meeting?
Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Knopper.
Sir?
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
Utility Director Billy Kennett.
Present.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
All right, don't forget him.
I know, I will not forget him ever again.
All right. Announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs for the downtown area, Mr. Abbott.
Everything's good.
Streets, alleys, and curbs for the Ludlow Hill area, Mr. Fryman.
And it's all good. There's one complaint I've had up there on.
And it's not
40, you know,
good.
Where they put that,
Your complaint doesn't matter.
I know. Up there on the, where they put that, all that mirror.
Heiner Heights.
reflector Mirror.
Yeah?
It was, they're hollering, they said it's too small. They put a pretty small one up there. Didn't know if we should.
You
try
know
to
this,
get a bigger
that one was bigger than the one before?
No, it's not. It's smaller. Yeah, I do know that. And it's.
Did you look at the,
Where?
the last one, the old one?
The old one, yeah. It was, you could see, when you're coming down the hill, you could see a little more.
Okay.
This one, everything is real small.
Did you talk to Mario?
No, I didn't say anything to him
I'll
yet.
take care of it tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. Okay, anything else?
No, other than that, everything's good.
Okay. Finance, Mr. Bondurant?
All good, Mayor.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Noppert?
Nothing new that I'm aware of, sir.
Fire Department, Mr. Rolette?
No report, Mayor.
Okay. Announcements, I'll just say that Fall Music Fest was a success. The total budget for that was $126,000. We think we got all the bills in. So we're pretty pleased with that. I know there's some, I do want to follow this up, and then we'd have a 6:30 pause we got to have for a public hearing for the budget. But I do want to make everybody aware, and I'm talking about the public. I know, we see what people are writing, and we hear what people are saying. People complaining that there was no rides, complaining, this, that, and the other. Let me clear up some things. We purposely went back to basics, as we called it, with that festival, because it got way out of too out of hand. We were spending upwards of $700,000 a year. Now, listen, there's nobody and no group that I've worked with since in the 6 years I've been here that is more kid-friendly than this group. And, we purposely had rides this year for our Kids' Day, which we had never had in the past. And we're going to continue to do that. What we were trying to do is identify spots in our festival, different events, and we're going to try also do it for our community picnic this year, because we think that would be a good spot to maybe have some kids' rides. The reason we do that is because then it's more for our kids, okay? If you all been around here a long time, and when the old Fall Fest was going on, I'm going to be honest with you. When I went down there and I'd be walking through every night, right? But didn't even recognize any of our folks, and especially on free ride night. So that's the reason, we're trying to reel some stuff in here. We're not trying to not do things for the kids and things like that. We're trying to pick our spots where we do it for. So if you guys get asked about it, don't forget, we just spent $1.2 million on the pool over there, okay, for a new baby pool splash park. Everything we tried to do, we enhanced our Kids Day. We're spending a lot more money on Kids Day because we want to make it fun for our kids. The skating rink coming up. The skating rink, guys, is nothing but a money pit. But it's an expense that you guys agree to pay every year, and that's for our kids. And I just want people to understand that, just because it's not what people remember as Fall Fest, there's a reason for that. Okay, we're picking in other areas where we can provide for our kids and to where they can, enjoy that event, and it may not be that event in September, but it's going to be an event in April, and maybe an event in June. So I just want to make people clear on that, because, the last thing you guys, and I'm not even going to say myself, but myself included, we're as kid-friendly as they come. Don't forget, we just spent $1.5 million in 2 years on our parks. In 2 years. That's for our kids.
Mayor, I like the separation myself though with the Summerfest. Because that will give them kids that time for those rides, as you're stating, whereas when you have your Music Fall Fest, sometimes the kids may not be here because their parents are gonna go to see the music.
That's a good
So
point,
you're
too.
separating it.
Yeah.
So there's a time that they are having the rides.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. We're providing for our kids.
Right.
Trust me. We will continue to do that.
I appreciate you bringing that out in a public meeting, and I'm in agreement with you on that as well. Because I believe strongly that we can be much more community-oriented
Absolutely.
through these smaller events, and these benefits can be provided for our citizens, and we're not going to get near as many outsiders coming in. And we welcome outsiders to come in.
Oh, absolutely.
But we never want to be, exclusive, from them. But this is something we can celebrate as our tight-knit community and be provided for our kids without being in long lines. And you're right on the free nights. If you got there right when they opened up, you could get on. But then it's just they're wrapped around, and that's great. We're happy people are coming down here and having a good time.
We are.
But we really want to be accessible to the people of our community as well.
I agree, and we're going to continue to think of ways we can improve on these smaller events. That's the whole thing of it. So just be on the lookout for that, and I just wanted to, give people, the facts, so to speak. So it is a minute before 6:30. I don't really want to go any further until we have our pause here. If we could, see, we got about 20 seconds. The one thing you might want to remember as well, we've got Winter Wonderland coming up, the winter stuff, which enhances our skating rink and such. But this year, the Civic Park is going to be a really a nice area as well. You guys approved money for the new decorations for over there that will be enhancements of the decoration we already have in downtown. So, there's going to be some, I know Main Street's working on some events for Winter Wonderland that I think our families will really enjoy. So, okay, I talked enough. It's 6:30 now. I'd like to open up the 2022 budget public hearing, which was advertised for this evening. Anybody in the audience has any questions regarding the budget? I know we had a budget workshop a couple weeks ago. The council did. They got to answer or ask their questions they needed to, and we made changes accordingly. But if there's nobody in the audience,
Mayor, just for clarification too, I'm
Yes.
sure everyone received a copy from the clerk treasurer's office on the updated numbers.
yep. Yep. Yes, everything was changed that was asked to be changed.
And they actually put line item 233 in this one too. It was missing on the one they had. that we
Yeah.
had.
Right.
Yep, looks good to me.
Okay. All right, 6:31, I'm gonna close the public hearing. We will have, budget adoption will be in 2 weeks, I believe. Is that right, Mark?
Yep.
The 18th, I guess is the
Yep.
meeting? Okay. All right, back to, I got approval, I'm gonna do the minutes. Anybody got any other announcements? If not, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I also ask for approval of the meeting from September 16th, which was the budget workshop.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Y'all seen the fire chief's report that he had sent out, of course?
Yes.
Okay. Under new business, public hearing is done. You got a copy of your donation committee recommendations. Any questions regarding those?
Those recurring every year, pretty much, is that,
I'm sorry?
are those recurring from pretty much every year?
The donation
Yeah.
committee? Not all of them are, some of them are new
Some are new?
from time to time, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Noppert, yeah.
So when someone asks for donations, do they just send in a request through the clerks? Is that,
Well, it's actually through Kelly Brook Bank.
okay,
Yeah, Kelly runs that committee,
okay.
and the request goes through her. Yep.
Does she have a process of which she goes through? Sorry.
Yeah, there's a committee of community members that are on the committee, and she sends them out to them to get input and approval. Yeah. We put, I think we put like $10,000 a year in the budget for that. Okay, we don't spend it all the time, so. Any questions regarding the donation committee recommendations? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I have no other new business nor old business for this meeting. Anyone else?
I have a couple things under old business I'd like to bring up tonight, Mayor, if I could.
Yep.
Our city ordinance book, now that
Mhm.
we have a code enforcement officer in
Mhm.
place, can we look into having that reviewed and maybe condensed? Is that
Yeah.
a good thing or bad?
Well, no, I mean, condensing it would be great. That means you have to get rid of ordinances.
Well, some of them,
Some of them you could probably,
There's some redundancy.
yeah,
grab
there's some
together.
redundancy in there
yeah.
that I've noticed when I was reading, which was last year. And I know the treasurer's office went through them last year,
Yes.
but now that we have that code enforcement officer,
But that really doesn't fall under his,
I'm not asking him to do it.
Yeah.
Would we get an outside person to look at them, but they could work with him if there's any questions?
Betty could go through it line item by line item.
yeah. There are companies out there that'll review your ordinances. And if they see redundancy and such, they'll come back with recommendations to us, because then we'll have to do it in a public meeting to, you know, if we
Rescind.
delete them, or if we combine or something. But yeah, we can take a look at, getting somebody to take a look at that. Yeah, good idea.
I mean, it's thick.
Less is
It is
oh,
thick.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is thick.
Yay thick.
Yeah.
Well, not to
That's a
freak you
good
guys
point,
out, but
really.
that doesn't even tell the whole story, because we've also got references to state building codes. When you think about what planning and zoning and BZA does in conjunction with the comp plan that we're doing right now, well, that then brings into play updating and amending our our subdivision code book, you know, our building standards code book. There are all these different ancillary bodies that are also part of that you don't kind of see. So it's big, I mean, it's overwhelming, but it's necessary. It's just something that we've always wanted to do, should do. It's just hard to actually do it because it takes a lot,
I
it would
think
take a lot of
now-
work.
Now would probably be the time.
That's a
So
good
before
point.
we go out to do this, can we have the opportunity to get some bids back?
Right,
For this
yeah.
process to begin?
Oh, yeah, we'll
Okay,
get
so that
three,
we know
we
what
have
we're
three
getting
different
into.
companies, but it's professional services, but
Okay.
you really don't have to have bids for those, but
I'd feel more comfortable that, you know, that
we can bring back,
Talk
we
to
can,
that.
but what I'm saying is we can solicit companies.
Right.
Because if it's professional services,
okay.
so, but we'll get you the cost before we make a decision. Yeah,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And my other item is.
Good idea.
The other day I was seeing our IT manager and I seen him getting in excuse me, his own POV,
This what?
his own vehicle.
Yeah.
Is there any way that we could try to find him a vehicle or buy him a vehicle?
We're looking at a couple of things because our new code enforcement officer is driving around in the old pickup truck
Yes.
that we're gonna have to condemn. We're looking at, and I'm glad you brought this up because I was gonna bring it up in November under, you know, we got some money that's budgeted for a couple vehicles if needed, okay? The city, I was thinking about purchasing maybe a van for the city in place of the Flex,
Okay,
because people take it on trips. Electric company, I think, just went to Louisville. They just used it. Everybody uses it, you know, we sign it out, whatever. I'm talking about like a 7-passenger van.
correct, I'm with you.
But, and then the Flex, we were thinking about maybe having it, give that to the code enforcement officer, and then we may have to find something for our
IT guy.
IT department.
Should've kept that little bolt, huh?
We should probably, I don't think he would fit in that Volt very well. I couldn't fit in that Volt very well either.
The HR is in here.
Yeah, I know, yeah, they're very good.
Let's protect them.
But no,
That was a Leaf,
so
wasn't it?
we may, it might have been a Leaf.
Nissan Leaf.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
So
we
we
could-
may have to purchase 2 vehicles, which we've got some money that's budgeted for that. You know, I knew of one that we probably would want to bring up to purchase, but we may need to. Good point.
Yeah, just for them, because I'm sure once in a while they have to take ladders or something
Oh, they do.
with them, and he's driving like a Scion or something. I'm like, that's not gonna work. And I wasn't even aware of it until I kept seeing him walk to that, and I'm like, where is your van?
Well,
And he had to give the van up when we took the boom truck back.
yes, you
Which
know,
I
we're,
understand now.
yeah, we're
Well,
paying.
transits with the ladder rack they're versatile. I
Yeah.
mean, they're amazing. They get good gas mileage and they're.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Little Ford
Ford
Transit with a ladder
Transits.
rack.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're pretty amazing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, but I was gonna, see how our vehicles all went and probably brought it up in November, but we can start researching it now. That's a good idea. Thank you. Okay, good one. Anything else under old business?
I have nothing else, Mayor.
Okay, any comments from the audience? Yes, ma'am. You gonna ask for rides?
No.
Oh.
Ferris wheel, right?
Ferris wheel.
Since we discussed the donation committee tonight,
Yeah,
I believe that there's a donation to Tri-Kappa probably on that list.
Yes. There is.
I'd like to thank everybody for that donation on behalf of Tri-Kappa. We do a lot of good things
Yes, ma'am.
around town, and so we appreciate your donation to.
this
have
was
us-
my mom's favorite event when she was alive,
Yeah.
the basket bingo.
Right. We're not doing baskets
I-
anymore,
Yeah,
because they're kind of out.
inflation.
Yeah, well, Longaberger went out of business, so,
Oh, they did?
yeah.
Well, that's
They're
how much
gone.
I know.
Yeah. Let's see. The other thing, earlier you were talking about a mirror at Heiner Heights.
Yes.
You know, I pull out of, I think it's called Todd Lane, over by the ball field over there, several times a week. And that is the hardest place to get out of because there's always trucks parked, so you can't see to the left if something's coming or not. I don't know if that would be an opportunity for some kind of mirror to be put up there so you can see if there,
I don't know where we would put it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking though,
Yeah,
because
and
I
I
agree
totally-
with
It's
you.
really
I totally
hard
agree
to
with
get
it.
out of there.
I agree with you. Well,
I
Mark
pull
lives
out there
there,
all the
so I
time,
know
and
he
it's-
agrees too.
You
but-
can't see anything because there's always
There's
vehicles
always a
parked.
long
You are
row.
You know what my
so correct on
suggestion
that.
is? Go to the other side of the park.
And you know what's bad about pulling out there?
And turn right.
The-
That's hard to get out of too.
It is too.
I know it
I
is.
know I've tried both.
It
both
is.
ways. It's hard to get out of there as well.
It is hard. I agree.
I know I got a dirty look this week from somebody when I tried inching so
That
that
was-
I could
that was
see.
me.
No, it was a lady. Okay, then I had one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
My sewer bill this month, I don't have a line item on my bill for sewer. Are they giving that free this month?
Oh, no.
That's not good.
All I had was $3.25 for sewer service charge.
Okay.
I had water and electric and,
I just received mine
but
today.
no
I
line.
haven't even looked at it.
Oh,
I got it.
No line.
Well, we found our deficit.
Thank
It's all Gene and Jim.
Well, it's usually like $12 or something, so. not to
Okay.
make or break
Th-
you.
Thank you for
But I
bringing
don't
that.
know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
looking at it and
Okay.
I'm like, how come there's no sewer? That's all.
That's pretty honest
Thanks,
to come
Gene.
forward
Yes,
and
thank
say
you.
that you didn't get billed for something. I like
Well, I'm
that.
sure they're gonna hit me with it later.
That's double plus late
And your,
fee.
and your property tax was only $1?
All Gail.
They went up this year.
All right, thanks, Gene. Anyone else?
I got one thing. too.
Not the audience.
I know. They done passed us.
No Ferris wheel.
I was pushing that, but pulling out of KFC up there, Kentucky Fried Chicken, the
Not
people
Knights of
said
Columbus.
something to me, there's a, yeah, not Knights of Columbus, but there's a bush or something there. I haven't seen it because I ain't pulled out of there, but they said you can't see to get on 50 if you turn left. Lord knows,
hard.
but I didn't know if that was something that we had something to do with
With this
or
overgrown, you
what.
gotta pull out pretty far, get your nose almost in 50.
You have to pull out to see.
Pull out right or left. I mean,
Yeah.
Going left is really sketchy, but even right, but it's just a overgrown hedge. I'm not over, it's trimmed, but it's just big.
Is it their bush?
I think it's.
It's like a, I don't know if it's a bush. I haven't
Green
seen it
bush.
on me, but
Yeah.
it's either a bush or a shrub or something, but something's in the way. And then I had brought to my attention today was that idiot would only want to turn left, and I went, ooh.
I can just drive
So-
through after I go through the drive-through next time and just.
Take it out?
Problem solved.
Fixed.
Problem
Yeah.
solved.
Okay.
Oops.
Any other items? Anyone?
Well, I
All right,
want to say.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain
We adjourn.
a motion to adjourn. Justin? Second?
I'll second.
Brett seconded?
Brett, you second?
Yeah.
All those in
Okay.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm opposing. I want to talk some more.
Well,
Roll call.
you lost.
I'm out.
You're out. Thanks, everybody.
I guess I missed a memo today too with the blue shirts, didn't I?
You did, didn't you? Hey, you did.
It looks to me